Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. And I will be your host for this evening. My name is Rancha Trick, and I am the Director of Business Development here for Nature Sunshine Canada. And the topic for this evening is how to follow up with your preferred customers and your business associates, and also how to work with them to get the most value for everyone involved. So to start off, in order to grow your business, you must communicate with your clients. PCs, we'll use short forms here for preferred customers, PCs and BAs for business associates. Always remember we are in the relationship building business. Always get follow-up information about your prospects. If you give them something like a business card or a catalog, you must get something in return. People do business with people they like and feel like they are taken care of personally, and that's really important. Because when we have great experiences like, customer service, what do? We share it with everyone we know. So we want to make sure that we're leaving a lasting impression with every single person. So what ways to communicate? There are so many ways to communicate. Try keeping communication as personal as you can. Phone calls. The phone is your friend, and many people are afraid of it, but it truly is your friend. The personal touch. Phone blasts. When there is a promotion going on, you don't want them to miss out. You can reach everybody at once. There are several services that do that. I know we do that through Nature Sunshine, but you can also look into services for your own organization if you wished. Three-way calls. Basically, that would be you. Maybe it's a business associate and someone that is interested in learning about the business, or a preferred customer that wants to learn more and has a friend that wants to learn more. So three-way calls are awesome. Conference calls. Offer them to join to learn more about the business opportunity, various health topics, and there's a lot of free conference call services out there, so definitely something to look into. Webinars, there's also free webinar services out there. Obviously we use GoToMeeting, which is fantastic. There is a fee involved, but it does offer you a lot of different options, which is great. But there are a lot of free services out there that you yourself can choose to do. And again, there's lots of information provided to you on our website that are already pre-prepared webinars that you could choose to do with your own organization. So not only, you really don't have to rely on Nature Sunshine. We've provided you with a lot of the materials. You can honestly have webinars for your own organization and your own clients, once a month or whatever you think. So, I mean, lots of, ways to reach out. Email, you can send it a general message, but try sending personal messages as well. I've been thinking of you, saw this article, it made me think of you, hope all is well, different things like that. So personal messages are great. The personal touch, send them a birthday card, send them a thank you card, a thank you card after your first meeting or their first order, or your first session, if you're a practitioner and you ran meeting, you had a consultation with them. That personal touch goes a long way. Newsletters, keep them informed, sending out a monthly newsletter to all your clients and send one out to all associates as well in your downline so they can see what you're doing and what they should be doing with their own organization. Texting. Texting is short and fast and easy. It's fantastic, so make sure you do have cell phone information for your organization and that you are texting people. You can do group texts or individual texts, but texting is definitely an instantaneous way to communicate. Social media. If using Facebook or other, ensure to send personal messages as well. You will miss people if you only send out a general message. And again, make your clients feel special and show them you care. They are not just a number in your business. They are your, they are part of your family, really. So we need to think of that and treat them like that. Oh, jumped ahead there. Customer care calls. There are many reasons why you want to communicate with them. Express appreciation for their business. Make sure your customers are satisfied with their products. Inform them of upcoming specials like communication through newsletter, phone calls, phone blasts. Invite them to look at the business opportunity. Invite them to different events you're attending, like trade shows or their seminars, like we just had the Dr. J tour and things like that. Hold a customer appreciation night twice a year and invite your customers, your clients. This is, invite all your preferred customers, business associates. A customer appreciation night is a fantastic way to reach out and really just, show appreciation and educate them at the same time. Ideally, everyone would take part of NSP's Sunshine Rewards program. Obviously, your client could become a preferred customer and then transition into an associate, which is, the opportunity with Sunshine Rewards. When you build relationships and keep communicating with them, this is how you will grow your business. So when to follow up? Using the 2-2-2 principle. Excuse me. I took a little sip and went down the wrong pipe. 2 days after you met them. If you had a one-on-one meeting, a trade show, an herbal hour, invite them to join your social media. Ask them if they would like to receive your newsletter, the specials. Start building the relationship right away. 2 weeks after you've met them, ensuring they receive their order and that everything's okay with the order. When having a conversation with them, try setting an appointment or invite them to host a herbal hour, invite them to look at the business opportunity. Ask them if they have any questions. Let them know how much you value your clients and that you would like to keep in touch with them periodically. So letting them know, planting the seed that you will be contacting them again so they're not surprised. 2 months after, touch base, get their feedback on the products they ordered. Continue building the relationship. Let them know if you have events going on. Again, invite them to look at the business opportunity or host an herbal hour in their own home. Again, this is more for preferred clients, preferred customers that you're following up with them at this kind of stage. Obviously, with business associates, it's a different program. But again, we have 2 different levels of communication, and preferred customers are still, we want to give them as much we want to give them attention, but not as much attention as we would give our business associates, because obviously we're helping our business associates grow their business. But with our preferred customers, we definitely still need to communicate with them and let them know what's happening, because you just never know where they're at. And having those personal one-on-one conversations, getting testimonials from them, and really, seeing how they are enjoying the product can really lead and open the conversation to, the possibility if they're interested in doing the business side. So definitely it's always about contact and having conversations. So offer your 3 services to your preferred customers. So invite them to place orders regularly and have them join the Sunshine Rewards program. Invite them to host herbal hours. Like, obviously we have different topics. As an associate you could do the same. Invite them to look at the business opportunity. So again, follow up, follow up, follow up. Be in communication with them regularly. If you don't connect and follow up, you'll most likely lose those valuable customers. Remember, it costs a lot more to acquire a new client customer than it does to retain an existing one. We've all heard of the 80-20 rule. 80% of your business comes from 20% of your clients. So we want to make sure that we know who our strongest people are and that we are taking care of them. Obviously, we take care of all of our clients, but for those that are consistent and that are really part of the family, we want to make sure that we give them even some more extra special attention. So again, customer care, courteous, responsive customer care increases sales and gives you the opportunity to discover needs they may have. As you continue to build relationships, you increase your credibility as a service-oriented professional, you increase customer confidence and loyalty, and you expand your circle of influence. 62% of the reasons customers fail to continue to do business with you is a perceived indifference. And I have mentioned this before on different webinars, but that's why they don't continue to do business, because they just perceive that it's not, you don't care, or that it's not a big deal, that it doesn't matter to you whether or not they stay or go. And we do not want that to happen. There's a fantastic book by Chet Holmes called The Ultimate Sales Machine, and he talks about that the sale truly begins after the order has been taken. And that seems a little backwards, but that you want to keep that person for life. You want that legacy. You want them to stay with you for as long as possible. So what are we going to do to make that happen? So even if they know, like, and trust you, they will forget you if you don't keep in touch. And again, remember, it costs a lot more to acquire a new customer than it does to retain an existing one. So customer touch points. There's the monthly newsletter, You could send 4 stay in touch appreciation cards a year, so maybe one every 3 months to all your clients. You can handwritten cards are very powerful, or you can use send out cards, which is an online service. It's fantastic, so if you may want to look into it, but I mean handwritten cards are very powerful. Email blasts with product specials. Again, this is very important. As soon as there's product specials going out and you receive them via the UNE, we post them on Facebook as well. So share those posts with your business page and with your clients. You should have a group code for all of your customers, so for all of your preferred customers and all of your business associates. So you would remind, send out to your preferred customers all of the specials that are happening, and that could be one email blast, and then a secondary one would go just to your business associates, reminding them of the special, because obviously they would have received them, but then encouraging them to send it along to their clients. So you're always leading by example. Phone calls to remind them to reorder and check in on how they're doing. Send them a birthday card. Invite them to events you're having, or if you're doing a trade show, give them free tickets. Again, we talked about hold a customer appreciation night twice a year and invite your customers. Turning maybes into a yes. Have the attitude that every maybe will become a yes. Follow quickly and communicate when you say you will. So if you're going to call somebody and you tell them you're going to call them tomorrow, then you need to call them tomorrow. There are no ifs, ands, or buts. If you delay, then you're going to lose credibility. Keep NSP fresh in their mind. Newsletter, phone blast, email, phone calls. I am a huge proponent of top of mind awareness. And again, fantastic book by Chet Holmes, The Ultimate Sales Machine, and he talks about this consistently. Top of mind awareness. When someone thinks of vitamins and supplements, who are they thinking of? Are they thinking of like GNC? Are they thinking of, oh, I got to go to Walmart and Costco? No, we want them to know that it's nature sunshine. So what are we doing to keep us fresh in their mind? The key to obtaining a yes is relationship building. You may have all the tools and tips to succeed, but this is the most important factor in growing your business. If you don't build relationships, most likely your business won't grow to your expectations. Maybe means they're thinking about it. Answer all of their questions, concerns, hesitations, and objections until they have no more. Therefore, they'll be able to make a clear decision. Your job is to offer. It could be the products, it could be the business opportunity, a consultation, a referral, whatever it is, but that's your job. So in the follow-up is extremely important. Confirm that it's still a good time when you connect with them. Remember, it's about them. Get to know them. Ask open-ended questions. Practice active listening. Listen more, talk less. There's a reason we were given only one mouth and 2 ears, and that is to listen more. And take notes, especially if you're talking to them over the phone. Make sure you're taking notes, about anything that's happening in their life, anything that's come up, or different issues and concerns. So make sure that you are, talking to your people, and discover the level of interest and set up that appointment. People buy or join when they're ready, not when you're ready to sell or to sponsor them into the business. This means you have to be in front of people when they're ready. So again, in other words, you have to follow up with them regularly. And again, usually the sale doesn't happen on the first try. It happens anywhere between the 4th to the 7th try. So that's statistics. So definitely don't get discouraged. I'm a huge proponent. Some will, some won't, so what? But, we can't take it personally. It just wasn't the right timing, and we move on. But we listen to cues, and we listen to what they're interested. We listen to, and we take notes, and then we follow up. Now, working with new associates, new business associates, it's a proven statistic. The first 90 days in business will shape your success. And actually, there was a study done by an outside company, and that they surveyed all, not all, but a good chunk of direct selling companies. And the exact number was 86 days. So 86 days is what you have to, get and keep your business associates engaged and excited and wanting to build a thriving business. So, what are your goals as that sponsor or mentor? And I'd rather use the word mentor than sponsor. because that's what you're doing. You're mentoring them, you're guiding them, you're providing them with guidance that's going to help them succeed. You know, it's time to find out what your new associates' goals are and help them move forward with their NSP business. Setting goals. When you set goals for yourself, focus on 30, 60, and 90 days at a time. What do you want to accomplish during this time frame? As an associate, you know, they receive 20% discount, and obviously as a manager, 30%. So, you know, 30-day goal. Again, you're going to repeat for the 30, 60, 90, but, you know, what type of profit are you looking for? What is your sponsoring goal? You know, how many, you know, people do you want to, you know, preferred customers and business associates? You know, herbal hour goal. Is it one a week, one a month? You know, what is it? You know, it's important to be duplicatable and have your associates follow your steps. Excuse me. So don't be afraid to share your own goals with your people and let them know, you know, how it was that when you started. They're going to be looking up to you, and they're going to, a lot of times it's like, oh, you know, I don't know if I can do what you do. You know, you've been there doing this for so long, and you need to let them know, and you need to remind them that you were once like them and in their shoes, and this is how you got started. So you need to share that with your people. Simple steps to get your associates started, you know, is ask them to gather contacts, look at different circles of influence, ask them to inform everyone about your new business, invite them to host a herbal hour or to meet with you for a health assessment, you know, social media, phone call, email, whatever you can to get the word out. Invite them to host their own herbal hour. That's a key. You know, and ask them to determine their why. Why did they want to join NSP? And that's one of the most powerful things. And make sure that you're sharing your why with everyone so they know. You know, it's really important to show, you know, who you are and that you are a real person and with, you know, real feelings and emotions, and you have your ups and downs, and that you're not perfect and you don't know everything, because that's going to make them feel more comfortable. So make sure that you are sharing your why with them. You know, what is their action plan? And this is for you and for them. You know, first thing after, you know, they signing, you know, their business associate agreement and they're placed their first orders. What are their day 2 and day 3 activities? Week 1, what are they supposed to do? Week 2, you know, we every second Monday of the month at 12 noon Eastern, we have the new associate webinar. So for new associates, they can jump on and they can learn more about how to get started with Nature Sunshine and have, you know, just go over real basics. But that's there for everybody, and it's archived on the website as well so that they can listen to it at any time. You know, step-by-step check boxes. Is there a clear path to $1,000 per month to hit manager? You know, these are important things to talk about and to go over with your business associates. And for those that are business associates, you would have received a business resource DVD, and on there is a business success guide, which is about 28 to 30 pages, but a lot of these things that we're talking about here are in there. So again, this was started to go out to customers, to business associates last April, so just over a year ago. For those that started before that, you can order them through customer service, and they're $10. But definitely worth it, because there's herbal hours on there already set to go, 10 of them. There's advertising material. There's all sorts of great stuff. So if you don't have it, I strongly encourage that you do get one. But this is the type of thing that you need to follow up. You know, what is the action plan? You can't just say, hey, just go through the manual and you know, call me if you have any questions. They're not going to. You need to follow up with them. You need to have a plan in place. You know, you need to have a plan of action in terms of how much you're going to contact each other. Like, is it a half-hour call once a week and then a text during the week, or what's it going to be? So, you know, they're relying on you for guidance, and you need to be there. Like I said, the first 86 days, you need to hold their hand. So how will sponsoring and helping your associates help you? Obviously, your personal business is, you know, sponsoring, mentoring, it's sales, it's herbal hours. Plus, your associate business, you know, you will train them, coach, mentor, and motivate them. And obviously, that's going to equal maintaining or promoting a rank. You know, you must determine when you're going to do these activities and focus on them. Who are you going to work with in your organization? And you may have a lot of preferred customers and you may have a lot of business associates. Well, then you need to put a plan in action. If you only have a lot of preferred customers and no business associates, then we need to think about how, you know, or who are those people who are preferred customers? Who can we, you know, look at? You know, who might be someone that could be interested in the business opportunity. And just switching people to Sunshine Rewards is something so simple, but just getting them to do that and having that consistency, and then obviously being in Sunshine Rewards means that they're automatically at 20%, so they're going to be doing, I mean, they have the opportunity to be a business associate. So, it's baby steps. It's working towards that. So but always having a plan in place and a target of who you want to grow. Lead the way. Lead by example. Your attitude and action set the tone and pace for your team. Share your own personal goals. Be positive. Train your new associates. The sooner your new associate gets involved in their NSP business, the more success they will most likely have. Encourage them to set goals and to start right away. Invite your associates to look at NSP as a business and what their NSP business could do for them. Track results and recognize activity. Recognize their sales, whether they've done herbal hours or trade shows or different events, when they hit manager, all those types of things. Hold regular team meetings. They can be done in your home, at a restaurant, at a coffee shop. What's important is to be consistent with them. Whether it's once a month, it's every fourth Monday or whatever, Wednesday, or you do a luncheon or whatever it is, but it's just having consistency. And maybe it's every other month, and in between months you have a conference call. Whatever it is, you just have to have a plan in place and just do it. And whether it's just you and one more person, you need to have team meetings, because it will grow and grow and grow from there. And I remember, in my older business, running, I was supposed to be having a team meeting and no one showed. Well, guess what? I ran the meeting for myself. And I went through it, and I went, made sure it was great. And I swore to myself that I would not have an empty room again. So I made sure that I did everything I needed to do to get people there. So it's holding team meetings consistently. Now, I love this. 7 ways leaders can inspire commitment to goals. And this was just actually put up on the success.com website. They have amazing information. But first, recognize outstanding performance. Everyone likes to look good in the presence of their peers. Give your team a public pat on the back, and if they do really well, throw in a tangible benefit. It will boost the whole team's mood and productivity. So again, even if you have 2 people on your team, still, you need to be doing this. 1 person, keep doing it. Consistently ask for input and ideas. People are usually more enthusiastic about supporting decisions and plans they helped create. So get ideas and input from any person whose job will be affected by an upcoming decision. When your team quits talking about the company and starts talking about our company, you've got a team. And it could be our team, our organization, our company, whatever it is. But as soon as they switch from the to our, it's awesome, and they are in, and they are excited, and they're growing something big with you. 3, don't make assumptions. If you're lucky, you'll have 1 or 2 people who can plow into almost anything and do well. But most people need initial and ongoing training, so make sure that you have a plan in place. 4, play the role of coach and mentor. Encourage people to keep growing and taking on new challenges. Deal with mistakes and problems quickly and then move on. 5, just be a nice person. Make people feel valued and important by treating them with dignity and respect. We never want to belittle them. We never want to make them feel small. We never want to make them feel less important or that they don't know as much. Okay? 6, build an environment of growth. Provide plenty of opportunities for people to grow both personally and professionally. And 7, perform regular maintenance. Weed out the bad apples before they spoil the whole team. It takes a lot of patience and effort to build a solid team of people who will share and help fulfill your vision, but the results will be well worth all you put into it. So just remember that. What would you do if your options were endless? You've got, most people spend 86,400 hours spent at work. Is this your ideal life? What about replacing your current career if you're doing something else and Nature Sunshine's, secondary? What would you do if your options were endless? Would you pay for private tuition or pay off credit cards, save for a trip, buy a new car, save for retirement? Help your associates set goals and their why, and they will have focus and direction. So make sure that you know what you're going for, but then also make sure that you know what all of your people are going for, and make sure that you have it written down and that you're constantly keeping them focused on it, because that's very important. Right now, a lot of the people that I'm working with are so excited about I Inspire in Cancun. So we are constantly talking about it and keeping ourselves focused on it. So really important that you know what your people are going after. So keeping track of your preferred customers and business associates. Your follow-up log should include their contact information, when and where you met, again, brief notes about them, so their interest level, like from 1 to 10, that follow-up date, connect when you say you will. So make sure you have some type of follow-up procedure and some type of follow-up log, whether it's online or it's paper, whatever it is, but just make sure you have a plan. So again, follow-up system. They come in many different ways. Your system could be high-tech, like the computer, your iPhone, tablet, or whatever, or you can use a traditional method of a binder. If using this method, print logs and then put them in your binder. Place 12 tabs for each month. Exactly when to follow up, since you'll move the log sheet according to conversations. But what's important? It's important to connect with your prospect when you say you will. And again, your system must work for you. There's no one size fits all. And fortune is in the follow-up. 80% of prospects say yes between the 5th and 12th exposure. Only 2% close on the first exposure, so the first, instance that you guys are meeting. 3% on the second, 5% on the third, and 10% on the fourth. So, converting a lead into a customer or an associate begins before you find and meet your prospects. Since the goal is to turn strangers into prospects and then clients, associates, first prepare a strong foundation. How? We want to build rapport with them. We want to make sure that we're building that strong relationship with them. And following up gets you additional business. Following up gets the best testimonials about NSP products. Following up builds your confidence. When being professional with your follow-ups, customers will be more inclined to work with you. Why? You want to be their go-to person. Servicing a preferred customer might lead them into an associate, possibly a manager. Excuse me. And the next thing you know, your business is growing. Preferred customers are people that, are interested in just, they just want to use the product. They want to get, their product once a month and use it, and that's just what they want. But maybe along the line, we're having conversations with them, we're following up with them, we're asking them how they're feeling with the product, what's your favorite product, can you give me a testimonial? These types of things, and people will start to think. And, when they start talking about how the product is making them feel and how great they're feeling, just having that simple conversation of like, wow, I'm like, you're so passionate about how this product is making you feel. This is amazing. Have you honestly ever thought about doing, the business side of things? Because all you would have to do is talk to people the way you just talked to me, and you would just have an amazing, thriving business. Something simple as that. It doesn't need to be complicated. And again, they'd be like, oh, no, I can't do that. And she's like, oh, no worries. I just, was thinking about it, and you really impressed me, and I just wanted to, throw that out there for you. And, if you change your mind, I'm always here for you, and I would be happy to mentor you and have you on my team. Simple as that. Just planting the seeds, planting the seeds. And again, people that are in Sunshine Rewards, it's the same situation. And explaining to them, later on that, they have the opportunity, because, with the Sunshine Rewards, they can become a business, they are a business associate, so they can really, work the business if they want to. And just encouraging them to sign up others under Sunshine Rewards as well. It's as simple as that, but it's just guiding them and letting them know about their options. And that's what we have to do. We can't, they don't know, if you told them to go to the website and read everything, do you think they're going to? Probably not. So you need to hold their hand, and you need to have those conversations. And personal upfront is where it's at, so that's the best form to do. Otherwise, phone calls, and then obviously texting would probably be, and emails would be the last resort. But really just making sure that you're in front of your clients in different ways is the key points. And consistent follow-up and having a plan in place. you knowing when you're going to follow up with them. You know, having a system, whether it's in your iCalendar or your Outlook, and it pops up and it's like, oh, follow up with Mary, she placed her order, or it's time for her Sunshine Rewards reorder. You know, it pops up and it's like, oh, it's Sally's birthday today. So you pick up the phone and wish her a happy birthday. Different things like that. You know, it's having a system, it's putting it in place and working it. And it takes time, but it's so worth it in the end. And it's consistency, because now you can share all these things with your team members and they can see what you do and then they can duplicate it, and that's what we want. So make sure that you're just thinking about these things and having a plan in place. So we have a promotion for everybody on the webinar this evening. So it's an attendee special only. It runs from today until the 15th. It's by phone and fax only, and we have our Soulstick Energy and Soulstick Nutrition on for 10% off, and buy 3 get 1 free. So again, so 10% off or buy 3 get 1 free. So this is what you've got here. So these are the prices, and again, it's by phone and fax only. So Soulstick Nutrition and Soulstick Energy. And the reasons we've got these in here is also they're great samples, and that's another great thing is when we're talking to people, you know, it's great to have maybe some water bottles, and you've got your Stick-Sated your Soulstick Energy or your Nutrition, and putting that on a water bottle, handing it out to people, or even stapling one of these things to your business card and handing them to people. Soulstick Energy is fantastic, you know, for anyone and everyone. It replaces that Red Bull, that Monster, all that type of stuff. Soulstick Nutrition is all about, it's basically your vitamin and delicious drink. It's great for kids, and it's just a fantastic product. So, you know, having samples is a big thing. I mean, like I said, nutrition, these 2 items and Stick-Sated are great, where you can like hand out packets and maybe staple on a business card, but different things like that of enticing people as well. So this is the promotion, and it goes on until the 15th, and it's by phone and fax only. What I do is I send in a list of attendees to our customer service team so they know who is available to take advantage of this offer. So also coming up, we've got some cool webinars. So May 17th, next Tuesday, is the Dr. J webinar. You are only as young as your metabolic age. So basically, it's a little bit shorter version of what he did on his tour. So this is coming up, and that's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you also get 25 iInspire points for being on that webinar, as well as for being on the webinar this evening. So that's really exciting. May 24th, we have a webinar at 9 p.m. Eastern, and it's the webinar is What is Inform? And that's for anyone that's interested about the Inform program, whether they want to be a participant or whether they want to be, you know, a coach. It's a great webinar to be on. It's about a half an hour, so if you want to encourage your people to get on that, that would be really great. And then May 30th, we have a webinar on the NSP opportunity, so the business opportunity, and that's at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So again, if you have people that, you know, are wanting to learn more about the opportunity, get them on that call. And again, that one's about 30 to 40 minutes as well. So lots of great webinars coming up. We have an Inform Coaches certification taking place in Toronto, actually at our Brampton head office on Sunday, June 12th. So that's coming up. So please make sure you are sharing that with everybody. And if there's anybody interested, they can sign up for that. The May promo for a new sign-up, they will receive a free Stick-Sated. So again, it's an awesome sample to give out, and that's with the $75 sign-up order, and that's for the month of May. And then we have renewing your membership, and again with a $75 order, and receive a free Stick-Sated, plus the free product guide and price list, and that's for the month of May as well. And iInspire points. So like I said, we had the May 4th, and then tonight's you get 25 points, and then next week's is the final one where you get 25 points. And for those of you that attended all 3, you're going to get an extra 50 iInspire points. So that's super fantastic. We are so excited about this. It's our 40th anniversary open house celebration taking place on Saturday, June 11th. From 11 to 2, it's our head office in Brampton. It's open to all of our NSP clients and managers. We are so excited because the founders are coming in all the way from Utah, Jean and Christine Hughes, and they're going to be there. It's going to be fantastic. We'll have some munchies, samples. We're doing the shake-off competition. I've only received a couple entries so far, so there's lots of opportunity to submit one of those recipes and get involved with the shake-off, and there's some cool prizes to be won. And then we also are be giving away prizes for orders placed at the event, as you can see here. So this information is online, so you can check it out. We also have a contest to have dinner, a private dinner with the founders, and it's just for the month of May. And it's the top 3 people who have points during the month of May. So in the way that you earn points is for new signups, Sunshine Rewards, new sign-up, and then a new manager breakout. So and if there's a tie, the PGV increase over prior year for May will be the tiebreaker. If you do happen to live out of town, though, transportation would be at your own expense. But great opportunity to have dinner with the owners there. And then that's the shake-off I was talking about. So during the month of May, this is open up to anybody. Basically, you must submit just a picture and the recipe by May 31st. Only one shake recipe per person. And the top 3 people are going to be recognized at our open house in front of Jean and Christine, who will be sampling. And then there's some cool prizes for first, second, and third. Excuse me. And the winners will be posted on Facebook on June 11th. So still time to get in with that opportunity. So very, very exciting. So I really want to thank all of you for joining us this evening. This has been recorded and will be up on the website in the next couple of days, so you will be able to listen to it again. But I do want to thank you for being with us this evening, and hopefully you'll be joining us next week for Dr. J's webinar. But I just want to leave you with the final thoughts here on, working with your people and communication. And it's really about just having a strategy and really sitting down and thinking about it. And whether you have an Excel program or maybe it's like eye contact, there's lots of programs out there that allow you, it's called customer relationship management programs. So you can Google that, CRM, customer relationship management. And it allows you to enter, all of your information into the database, and it could be, what their last orders were, their birthday, personal information, when's the last contact information, all this great stuff. But then it prompts you with like, okay, you need to send an email to so-and-so, you need to follow up with so-and-so, all these types of things. So again, it's just having a plan in place and revisiting that plan consistently. So for that communication aspect, because that's so important. We can't just leave it by chance, and we just can't, have that one-time contact because they're going to go somewhere else, and we don't want that. We don't want to harass people, but we want to have a plan in place. Just like I was talking to 222, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. That's maybe for preferred customers. But for business associates, it's a different way because we've got 86 days to keep them thoroughly engaged and excited. So for 3 months, we're holding their hands. We're talking to them on, it could be a daily basis. It could be, just once a week and then following up different ways. But again, it's just having a plan in place and working the plan. And that's the biggest thing of being a success in this business and developing managers and developing a thriving business is just having a plan in place, working your plan, being consistent, and following up and being the person who you are meant to be, and your people will love you for it. So thank you so much again for your time tonight. I really appreciate it. I look forward to talking to you on our next webinar next week, and have a wonderful evening. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.